we will gain the inevitable triumph, so help us God.
I was only 17, so I went down and down on 4th Street where all the enlistment guys were there, and I wanted to find out who had the best photo school. And the Marine says, we've got the best school. So we talked to him and said, okay, it sounds good. I said, I had to come back in the next day with my dad because he had to sign for me. And I came back in, the Marines weren't there. There was a Navy guy there. So I says, where's the Marine guy? And he says, he's out right now. He says, what are you looking for? I says, well, he says they have the best school. He says, I know they do. It's our school. Oh, I go, oh? He says, yeah, Pensacola, Florida. I says, then I'll sign up with you guys.
The surprising part about it to me was it was probably 5 years ago and stuff, and I'm 63 now, that somebody actually walked up and said, hey, thank you for your service. Trust, when I came back from being in the military and stuff, nobody said thank you shit. But I mean, nobody said anything like that to me. No, they weren't glad to see me or anything else. And when the first person walked up and said, oh, you were in the military? Thanks for your service. It freaked me out a little bit. And I was gracious and I shook his hand and said, well, thanks.
They didn't treat us real good. It was right in the middle of the Vietnam War, and protesters, we had a lot of problems. You really didn't admit you were a veteran or anything like that. But times have changed for the better on that. Probably about 4 years ago, just walking through the mall or someplace and somebody said it. And I, honest to God, didn't know what to say. You know, it's a lot better now than what it was. In fact, sometimes it gets a little embarrassing. Well, they come up, and one person will come up, and then, you know, you got 3 more coming up, and then 2 more coming up, and it's like, I just want to go shopping, leave me alone.
There's a lot more people now that appreciate people serving, but, you know, that's a recent occurrence. That's only been in the last 10, 12 years. I didn't receive my first thank you for your service until about 10, 12 years ago, maybe 15 at the most. And so I like that. That's been a good change. But when I first got out, some people were impressed, some people were thankful.
Number 1 was never quit. Number 2 was loyalty. And number 3 was just do the best you can absolutely do.
I have to be at work at 7, and I'm always there at least 15, 20 minutes earlier. That's just a military thing. That's one thing that is very apparent for people who served, is that they don't like to be late. I go in, get the job done. I'm going to work, and as long as I have to, whatever, to get the job done. That's a military thing. That's the thing I learned in the Marine Corps, is, you know, you work to get the job done.
It taught me respect for everybody, for the flag, for other older people, younger people, and just taught me to do stuff right, be on time. And I learned that one real well. And just behave the way you should. You know, if that's your brother next to you, and you may save his life, but he may also save yours. So learn to work with other people real well.
Everybody thinks the grass is always greener someplace else. Trust and believe, this is the best country in the world. We have the best type of government in the world. And everything actually, if you look at it in a whole, runs very smoothly. Sure, we have our protests and this, that, and the other, but it's a lot better than having somebody just say, oh no, this is the way it's done, or we'll shoot you.
Joining the Marine Corps was probably the best thing I ever did for my life. Made me the man I am today, made it so I was able to carve out a livelihood for myself and my family. And I definitely owe that to joining the military.